what happened this week. Stuff went down. There were celebrations twice in Tuscaloosa and for every Bam fan. I hope, or I at least hope by now they've had two. They should have had them last night if they were watching. But yeah, many top teams. Some top teams fell. A lot. 5 undefeateds fell. If I'm correct on that one. We had Toledo falling on Tuesday. I already mentioned that. Just a few hours after they were put in the poll, they fall. And Baylor hung on to win. Mississippi State won. Temple kind of went crazy in the last quarter and kind of just put that, in the last 2 quarters and put that game away. Clemson, I was highly watching this actually in the car, listening to it in the car on the way back from somewhere. And, yeah, I was really happy when Clemson won because I think Clemson's one of those teams that actually deserves it to be there. They schedule hard teams, they've beaten teams, and they have some quality wins there. Florida State and Notre Dame. Okay, yeah, I know, they were both at home. But that doesn't matter. Anytime you could stick out and win a game, because both those games are really close. Notre Dame and Florida State. Well, obviously Notre Dame came down to that 2-point conversion at the end. Alabama LSU started off scary for me. Lots of 3 and outs, and then we kind of seemed like we got some momentum. Then they tied it up, which was cool. I guess added more atmosphere. And then Bama kind of just after it was 10-10, they just finished it. Now, I'm going to go over this game because it was a shocker, guys. I hope we all know about what happened, and if you don't, you're going to learn right now. Fournette, 31 yards if I'm correct, held to 31 yards. I'm trying to find the official stats. Here they are. Found them. Passing, kind of same. Brendan Harris did throw his first interception of the season. Not really anything on the passing, guys. We all knew that pretty much there wasn't going to be much on that side. We all knew it was going to be most likely a run-heavy game. And it was. For Alabama. And, and for LSU, but Alabama's defense pretty much stopped him. I think his longest run was under 10 yards, guys. Fournette. Derrick Henry, 38 carries, 210 yards and 3 touchdowns. Fournette, 19 carries, 31 yards, 1 touchdown. They were complete. Alabama had 434 total yards, while LSU had only 182. LSU had 12 first downs, Alabama 28. At one point, I think near the end of the first, it was in the first half, LSU had 12 plays. Alabama had 12 first downs. I was just excited the whole game. Pretty much, as usual, that's happened lately. There wasn't any scoring in the first quarter. It ended up being that we had some field goals and touchdowns. The second, Adam Griffith, shaky but 55-yard field goal right after Vern. The announcer had to bring up the kick 6, and that people wonder, and he wonders why sometimes Alabama fans don't like him. And then pretty much in the second half, except at that end, the end where we just kind of. This happened in Georgia game. We were up big. If for one play it seemed like we just relaxed, or we just didn't play. We just kind of took drive off a bit, and they did score a touchdown. But then, we blocked the PAT. Alabama was just all second half, guys. Pretty much. Yeah, I'm going to tell you. Bama won. So, excuse Philip. He's being annoying. And he actually does not also know I'm filming anything. Probably should have said, Phil, I'm filming something, please be quiet. It doesn't matter. Alright, Florida State Clemson, I decided just to briefly run over this. Clemson, the QB had a really good game. He had about 400 yards of offense, about 300 in the air, and about 100 on the ground. That's good. Dalvin Cook, 125, I think, in the first quarter, if I'm correct. Somewhere around that number, guys. And then he kind of slipped off the rest of the game because Clemson also got plays. 512 yards for Clemson. Florida State had 361. Nothing. This was shown in the Alabama game, but Clemson too. It was at home. Those fan bases are hyped for their teams, and they will be loud. If you watch the first quarter in the Alabama game, there was 2 plays in a row where they had a delay of game within their 10-yard line. They were inside the 10. They had 9 yards to go, so it wasn't like they won the red zone. And they had to make, a lot of times, the drives, I think, started inside their own 20. They never had good field position at all. They never did. Alright. LSU barely did. Yeah, guys. Dabo, Sweeney, another dance party in the locker room there. They deserve it. Ohio State, nothing special, another win, guys. Who cares? We don't know that. Now, we got some fun stuff to talk about. Nebraska stuns Michigan State in the final seconds. Not much to say there either, though. Congratulations to Nebraska. They're trying to write that shit. TCU. Fresh after getting dissed by the College Football Playoff Committee, they lose to Oklahoma State, an undefeated team. So I guess it is a respectable win. Loss. But, a loss is a loss, and a Big 12 champion has to be undefeated to get in. And they can't have any of that funny business where they give it to 2 or more teams. Florida, I was listening to this in the car again. Actually, we were already where we want to go, but I waited because Vandy was driving and we were hoping that they would have. They didn't. Navy stuns Memphis. Anna, go that. I think you watch these. Yeah, I could tell you were happy. I could guess you're happy a lot. You were very excited last night. Yeah, I could tell. Probably tell. Yeah. Now we have another amazing, wild finish, but this time in OT in Ole Miss, Arkansas. Arkansas pulls up the upset. So Alabama now controls their own destiny, which every Alabama fan likes, because, yeah. Now all we have to do is win out, which most likely will happen. We play Mississippi State, challenge, and then we play Alabama. Well, and then we have, Charleston Southern. But in overtime, it's 52-45 Ole Miss, 4th and 25, I think. Brandon Allen passes it, and the guy's about to go down, but he's like, I'm going to interpret what he was probably thinking, guys. My knee can go down, we lose. I can throw the laddie, Ole Miss gets it, we lose. Or I throw the laddie, my teammate gets it, and we might have a chance. So he just throws it randomly. Well, not randomly. He throws it backwards. One of his teammates gets it, and he got blockers because he throws it back towards the line of scrimmage, and he has about the 5 fat offensive linemen there. And he gets the first down, and then there was they score a touchdown a few plays later, and then on the 2-point conversion that they go for in the first overtime, there's 2, they go twice. the first one, there's a face mask as Brandon Allen's getting tackled, so that is half the distance to the goal line in a video. And then they have I don't know if it was designed or he just saw a hole. Brandon Allen runs in, and then me and my brother just went crazy. Brandon Allen, 6 TDs. There was a scare, I think, at the end. I think it was probably an injury scare. There was a little celebration, and then no one on that team really celebrated around the end zone until Brandon Allen got back up, which this guy is okay. I mean, he got hit in the hip, and then 3 of his offensive linemen piled on top of him. So, yeah, you're probably going to feel a little sore after getting like 900 pounds on you. Northwestern, nail biter again. UCLA just put away Oregon State. And Houston stays undefeated. The weekend where a lot of undefeated teams might have, fallen. Leonard Fournette kind of didn't show up at all, in my opinion. Well, he did. There were some plays, but some people were telling me all week that it's just going to be, he's the reason they're going to win and stuff. Leonard Fournette. And then also the one where, they just trashed Bama front 7. Never do that. I mean, Saban has his ways in recruit. Well, Saban could do a semi-poor job in recruiting, and he might still get players. Just based on where it is, Alabama, it doesn't help. What doesn't hurt is the Crimson Crusade, or in any recruiting form, when you have the girls leading around recruits, that never hurts, never hurts, never hurts. Because, it doesn't. And it doesn't matter because they really are just going to be, they're easily persuaded. Also, Saban, would never poorly recruit by. Now, I just want to say, there was one sound note. Someone put some student, I guess maybe, put out a sign saying "Finish what Katrina started," in reference to I'm guessing Leonard Fournette and the LSU team, because Leonard Fournette was in the Katrina. No Alabama fan supports that. And now if you never show, I'd rather have, now, I don't know the full intent, but if I was going to post something, it would be like, rebuild from Katrina or something like that, saying that Katrina doesn't define us, it's what happened afterwards. Something showing your support. Never diss in that gesture like that, because it wasn't not just New Orleans. It hurt a lot more people. Trust me. Because it was widespread, and also it's affected that town. Now, obviously, the sports atmosphere and just the atmosphere in New Orleans helped, but obviously, it helps a lot because the sports team they have Final Four Super Bowls there. Some people were saying if you had 3 out of 4 Super Bowls in New Orleans and one you picked someone else, it would be fine. And they said the same thing with college football playoff. New Orleans is just an atmosphere for that. I don't agree with that also. And also, sound note, Duke lost, got destroyed a week after Miami. And I think half the thing was that it was just a weird week because they were going to try to, I think they were trying to get the player return, and their mind wasn't the right thing. And also, just coming off a loss like that, where you should have won it, and there was just mistakes that you couldn't control by the referee, has to come into mental factors. Yeah, so I do want some bragging from Philip Donaldson. I know you watch. So yeah, that was pretty much it. We had some crazy upsets, crazy plays for like the 4th straight week, maybe 5th. We've had some crazy finishes. So, pretty much, yeah, it was crazy finishes, and I was up to midnight and I was still excited. I'm still excited today because people all week I heard at school was LSU's gonna win, LSU's gonna win. And tomorrow, you think I'm bragging? Heck yeah, I'm gonna be decked in Bama. Roll Tide because we beat LSU, and also there will be a poll this week. Hopefully, I'll be putting my poll out this week. But I'm gonna tell you guys my top 6 who I think should be in. Clemson, number 1, number 2, Alabama. I could see maybe a flip flop there. I would just give it to Clemson because they're undefeated. I know they don't like putting that, they don't basically off record, but it's the fact that Alabama does have a loss. Clemson, Alabama, Ohio State staying. I see moving Notre Dame up in there, and that's it. And then I would see. I don't know what to put 5 and 6. Michigan State lost. Baylor wants maybe to go to 5, but I don't know who's 6. Michigan State lost. TCU lost. Iowa, maybe. Florida, maybe. I mean, I don't see Oklahoma State won't rise 8. They're gonna probably be like 6. That's 6, 7, 8, or 9 in that area. Maybe Iowa. Maybe. I don't know 6. 6 is a toss-up. I mean, so. And if UNC is not in there, they should be. UNC, 1 loss to South Carolina, beginning of the season. And yeah, they're going to win the ACC, whatever the other one is. Who knows? And I think Clemson clinched. Florida clinched yesterday. Alabama, I think as long as LSU and Ole Miss loses one more game, or Ole Miss loses one more, and LSU loses one more, I think that works. As long as Ole Miss goes with 3 losses, I think we clinch and LSU loses again. That's a clinch. Or we just win out, which is the easiest one to do. Just win out and you get in. That's how you do stuff. You win. So, bye.